It doesn't take a genius to figure out at this point that I am in fact a large Naruto fan. But no matter how many animes or just TV shows I watch, I continue to notice that Naruto has something special that nothing else seems to quite capture right. One Piece does it pretty good, One Punch Man does it great, but Naruto, they have something special with their fights. And that is why today I am making the beauty of Naruto's fights. Now, Naruto, just like every other anime on the planet, has its flashy moments. It has big, gorgeous explosions with dramatic music and all the regular flash and pizzazz of every other anime on the planet. But when you boil down Naruto's fights to its bare naked formula, we see something that we don't see in a lot of other animes. And that is, no matter what the fight is, it all comes down to who's punching who harder. And that's why I love Naruto. Think back to one of Naruto's earliest arcs, when he was fighting Zabuza and Haku. How did he beat Haku? He sucker punched him. How did they beat Zabuza? Well, actually, that doesn't count. The point I'm trying to make is no matter where you go, whether it be the Chunin exams with the Gaara and Neji fight, or the very last arc where they're fighting a borderline god, it all comes down to who's punching who. Naruto has 3 systems of fighting. Now, the least used, and personally one of my favorite, would be Genjutsu, which I feel like is underused, to be honest, but that doesn't matter. Genjutsu is just making you see things that aren't really there. It's pretty simple. It's the stoner no jutsu. Then, of course, we got Ninjutsu, which is flashy stuff and everything in between. Everything from summoning to flashy fights to whatever this stuff is, that's ninjutsu. Then, of course, the topic of today's video would be taijutsu. Taijutsu is why I love Rock Lee, and that's why I love the fights in Naruto, is because no matter who you are, if Rock Lee pulls up, he's just gonna beat your ass. It doesn't matter if you can conjure up a hurricane or whatever this dragon thing was, he's still just gonna punch the crap out of you, and it's the best. And we see all of these things going head to head, especially in the late stages of Naruto. We see them throwing everything they've got at Madara and Obito, but guess what? They got these special little ninja balls and they're absorbing all the jutsu for some reason. But what does Might Guy do? He says, I don't need anything flashy. I'm just gonna punch him. And then he sets his blood on fire or something and just goes and kicks the crap out of Madara. And again, we see this in every stage of Naruto. One of my favorite fights of all time with Gaara and Lee. He's just beating the crap out of him. He's so fast with his punches that he's beating sand. He's faster than sand, which, I mean, I don't know if that's a high bar, but it's like a possessed sand or something. We see this all the time. And in one of the best chunks of Naruto during the Pain Invasion, what does Hinata do? She sets her hands on fire with the Hyuga thing and tries to beat the crap out of Pain. And I think what it boils down to is this. In shows like One Piece, we have these characters that are ascended far above human nature. These characters that fundamentally are on a different level than humans. We got Yonkos and Haki and all of that. And I get it. It makes for a cool system. But in Naruto, no matter what they are, they're still more or less human. Even if they're in this shell of a god and stuff, they are still human no matter what. And so deep down, humans beat the crap out of humans, and it makes for these awesome fights. Pain is a metaphor and literally is this puppet for this disabled guy. And guess what? He gets the crap beaten out of him, even though he single-handedly took down the leaf. And of course, there are times in Naruto that we see the flashy stuff. And really, there's nothing wrong with this at all. After all, when it makes for such great fights, I don't really mind at all. But I just love that no matter where we get or how things go, it all just comes down to who beats the crap out of each other harder.
There's a dude looking at me. I probably look really stupid right now, don't I? Ah, jeez. Well, that's what you get for filming in your car, huh? Although he's the weird one for looking, isn't he?
And now, obviously, yeah, the best fights are where they incorporate both of these things. Like when the original team is reunited to fight this elder god. I don't know, the end of Naruto gets kind of weird, man. But still, she's teleporting around dimensions, getting rods from dimensions, and she got this little sleeve pet thing. What do? They use all the jutsu in the book, and then they just punch her. And it's awesome. No matter the rainbow Rasengans or the giant fiery skeletons, it all really boils down to punching each other. And that's why I love the fights in Naruto. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.
Grab the other